What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. Y'all see it. Y'all see it. It's 12:30 my time. I mean that it's 1:30 on the East Coast, 10:30 on the West Coast, and I don't know what time it is in the rest of the world. Other parts of the world, it might be morning time. I know it could be morning time in Europe, full on daytime in Australia, Africa, and other parts of the world. But nevertheless, man, I'm saying all that to say I've been late all day to different things. All day long, I've been pretty much late to everything I had to do today. So why not close the day off being late on the live stream with y'all? So here we are, man. But so whoever decides to come through and hang out with us in our small community, more than welcome. And we'll get it on with this open topic, and I will try not to be too long. But I mean, the length that I spend on this topic is based on the degree of engagement that y'all provide. So the better the questions and the better the engagement, the better the live will be. But as usual, I want to ask everybody, man, to hit that like button, to click that like button for you, brother. That's that thumbs up icon that y'all see somewhere on your computer, on your phone, somewhere y'all see it. I know it's there. Find it and click that like for your brother, because every little bit helps in terms of incorporating me into the algorithm and letting people get a chance to may know me or not know me, get a chance to see these videos. Because even when we having fun and laughing and joking around, we still the foundational thing that we try to impart is some knowledge and to make everybody better. So open topic, the rule is y'all can ask me whatever questions y'all want to ask me. Maybe a statement y'all make, a comment y'all want me to comment on, and again, as long as it's done under the umbrella of respect, as long as it's respectful, we're not gonna disrespect each other. We don't play around with trolls and immature grown people. And after that, outside of that, we good to go. All right, let's get it cracking, man. Let's see. Too real for most. Too real for most says new album date, and it's Cambada on the new album. No, Cambada's not on the new album, but I have a target month. I'm looking at late next month for the release. We already about 6, 7 songs in, so that's about closing in on the halfway point. So we getting there. We coming up to it. So, but probably late next month, we'll be dropping it. For those that don't know, that's the name of the new album. The new album is called that. What I just typed down there. Y'all spell it out. Say it real fast, and you'll understand what it is. And but I appreciate you asking, my brother. Blacktastic says subscribe, like, share, comment respectfully, and hit the notification. Come on, Blacktastic. Appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate the love, man. Emmanuel Sanchez, I'm doing great, man. John Mendoza, have you heard of Lord Jamar? Of course, absolutely. The legend Lord Jamar from the Brand Nubians, man. I'm very familiar with Lord Jamar. It's an OG. Yep. Dead TV says, how do you feel about these K-pop groups rapping better than most Americans? I have never heard a K-pop song, so I don't even know how they rapping. The K-pop rappers are out rapping the rappers. I've never in my life heard a K-pop song. The only thing I know about K-pop is that if I'm searching something where I got to put my name in, as soon as I put the K in, it immediately goes to K-pop, which lets me know that's the most popular thing that starts with a K. I thought it was me. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Yeah. Deep Elevation said Nuggets won tonight. I saw that. I walked in the door and I saw the last of the fourth quarter in overtime. It was a good last little 5 to 10 minutes I caught. Yep. Y'all got to win another one now, though. That's the only thing, because you know OKC gonna come back and try to steal one, just like Denver stole one down on their court. So it you had to win tonight, but if you lose the next game, then it's right back how it was home court. So y'all can get in the driver's seat. You go 3-1, you win this next one, man. And Denver, they champions. They know what to do. Jay Keezy, Jordan King is in the building. What up, JK? Said, what's up, Reno? I see you have a show with Rakim. Yeah, man. Everybody that's in the Detroit area, if you're in Detroit, Michigan, June the 19th, your big brother will be performing live in Detroit. Um, the headliner, of course, will be the legend, the God himself, Rakim, and it's gonna be a dope show, man. Dougie Fresh is performing, uh, and KDZ, Tone, Cheryl Underwood is hosting. It's gonna be a dope show. So I'm just glad to be a part of it, man. So if you're in Detroit or close by, y'all come through. I'll have a video. I have a promo video posted up to promote the show before after this live. Y'all click the like button, man, if y'all haven't already. Yep. Click that like, man. Bro, what was that last line you said in Kingslayer? I don't remember. I would have to hear the verse. I would have to hear the verse. I have no idea what I said. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you the first line. I'd have to hear it. Yep. Shalom, Philip. Jason Brody, how's the new Pope elect? And what is that? How's the new Pope elect? And I don't know what I'm not understanding the question. That's right, Theos Trinity, the industry. What's up, Ethan? Yeah. Say K-pop looks like robots. What's up, Jimmy? G says, what do you think about drill beats in songs? I mean, we got to get better with content. We gotta stop making songs that are feeding into death culture. But as far as the beats, I can spit anything on a beat. I can spit. It could be what's called a drill beat, but I can kick some knowledge on it. And I know a lot of people like to get into the science of the tracks and the megahertz and that aspect of it. I get all that, but like I said, I can still drop some science on any beat, even if it's under the category of a drill beat, a trap beat, whatever it is. Marty Marr, what up, Dead End Marto, my brother? What's going on, man? Good to see you in here with us tonight. Ethan says, have you ever listened to Mac Dre? I'm familiar with Mac Dre. Mac Dre is a legend, man. Can't say I listen to a whole lot of his stuff, but Mac Dre, that's a name been ringing for years, man. So salute and respect. Maybe I should go listen to some Mac Dre. As long as he's been around, he got to be dope. John says the Pope is from Chicago. and he is the first American pope. Trump had that picture dressed as a pope. When Trump won, he won with 312 electoral votes. Uh-oh, we're going into that, huh? I mean, I don't know anything about the man. Um, I didn't know. This is news to me. Anytime I ever heard anything about the Pope, it was always referred to as the Pope of Rome, the Pope of Rome, the Pope of Rome. I'm my ignorance. I didn't know that an American could become the Pope. I don't even know what has to happen for you to become the Pope. Now, um, yeah, I don't know. I didn't know an American become the Pope can become the Pope. So I guess people are saying now, according based on what you post, and I guess they're saying like um, Trump is going to be controlling the Vatican or something like that. I don't know. Is that what they're implying? Lord Jamar gave a shout out about the work I sent you about 5 years back. Yeah, well, that's what it is, man. XG, female K-pop group. Okay, dead TV. All right, man. Big Tiny, what's going on, Big Tiny? Big Tiny says, "What are your thoughts on what they saying is under the Great Pyramids?" Be specific. I can tell you, and I don't know if this is related because I don't like to act like I know something that I don't. But I've heard uh, teachings on a lot of things that are buried underneath the sands in some of the deserts, a lot of knowledge and wisdom that's buried, whether it be books or otherwise. Um, so I don't know specifically what you saw that's saying that's what's buried under the pyramids, but I wouldn't doubt that there are things. And if they say and who's saying that it's buried under there, and how would they know unless they dug up under there? So did they do some excavating or something like that? Mike Cherry, what's up, Mike? Man, I ain't seen my boy Mike Cherry in a while, man. I mean, well, I don't know how close you are to Detroit, man, but I love to see some of my people in the building that night. Some of the people that rock with me. So hopefully y'all will come through. You know, I'd love to hear some of my fans, making some noise for Big Brother. Is that Ghost Venom? What's going on, Ghost Venom? Man, I appreciate the compliment, man. Thank you. Blacktastic says, hit the like button as you come in. Yeah, man. Whoa. These likes are very disproportionate to the amount of people that's in here, man. If y'all are in here and haven't clicked that thumbs up, bless my game, man. Y'all click that thumbs up for your big brother, man. I don't like when it's uneven, I don't care if it's 10 people. If it's 10 people in here, I want to see 10 likes, but I'll take 8 or 9. We can't have 49 people in here and 28 likes. We can't have almost half the people that haven't hit the like button. We may not make it to 100 tonight, Spiky, because it's late and it's not that many people in here. So, but I'm trying to be consistent to at least come in here and holler at the family, man. Yep, yep. Mike says the message behind the drill. Okay, yeah. Jimmy, you turned 38 today, tonight. Hey man, let's everybody give Jimmy a happy birthday salute, man. Show my brother Jimmy some happy birthday love. Make him feel the love from wherever you are, all the way to Alabama, where he is, man. 38 years young. Whoa, man, I remember 38. You still young, bro. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you how to know that you're still young at 38. Even though some people might be, oh man, I'm 38. I'm getting up there. Man, you're not even 40 yet. And the way to know how young 38 is, you gotta take it from your big brother. Because I'm way past 38. You know, when you reach older ages, you be like, man, 38 was really young. When you compare to where you are now and where you are now, where I am now is young. Yeah. Miss Lady Sample is in the building. Love your idea of a streaming platform for the people by the people. Yeah, we need to figure out something because the one that's right now, it ain't by the people or for it ain't by the artists or for the artists. It's for the streaming platforms and everybody else involved. Yeah. What's up, Damone? Yeah, man. Okay, yeah, the Pope is an American. Okay. I don't know what that means. I got to wait on some teaching for that. I couldn't tell you what the significance or insignificance of the Pope being in America. I've never heard of this before. I didn't even know that that was allowed. I didn't know. Yeah. Deeper elevation. What are your biggest fears and what are the sources of your greatest joy? Well, the sources of my greatest joy would be God. God is the source of all the joy in my life. You know, any people that have made me happy, you know, I give God the credit for blessing me with those people. Any of the resources, anything I've done, talents, gifts, God is the source of that. My biggest fears, that's a tough one, man. I'd be scared of how we think. Like, man, we think so weirdly and ridiculously and crazy at times that it like scares me. Like, man, are we really this messed up? You know, are we really this messed up? And so, biggest fears, because some of the things that I would probably say would be a fear or concern in real time, I know it's going to get better. I know it's not going to be like that. So let me get back to you on that one. Sour Street, the game goes on. Okay. What you know about that? Lou Hybrid says, hey, Kay, I'm at work with my mom. This is my first job tuning in with. Oh, man, salute, man. Make that money. Make that money. Yeah, man. Y'all show my homie Jimmy some B-Day love, man. Is that UXSX only, US only? What does a pope do? That's a good question. Somebody Google the role of the pope. What is the role of the pope? Is he just the head of the church, head of the Catholic Church, or what is the pope's job? One time, I think that a similar question came up as it relates to the vice president of the United States. Like, what exactly is the vice president's job description? And I couldn't remember what I looked it up, but I still don't remember. So, yeah, so somebody tell me what the Pope's job is, what it says that his job is. Jay Spore, have you ever heard of the Great Pope? He apparently is the most powerful man in the world. So, yeah, I've never heard of the Great Pope. I don't know what that is. So, what would make him the most powerful man in the world? And yeah, I've never heard of the Great Pope. I'll look him up. I'll look it up though. Where's he located? Where what is he? What is he the head of? I mean, I'll look it up. Mike says, I heard truthers thought the Pope who just died was the last one. They thought that before he died that he was going to be the last Pope. Man. SPC Jordan King, Lord save us, hit strong right. Yeah, man. Man. All praises due to Allah. Yeah, man. Open topic, man. Nah, ain't no black. John K. Ain't no black books buried under the print. At least not one that I wrote. Mars, what's up? Mars One is in the building, man. Shout out to the homie Mars One. I see you, man, in here always showing your big brother some love. Yeah, yeah. Open topic, y'all. Miss Lady Sample says the Pope doesn't affect me. Hold on. Okay, yeah. There you go. There you go. Oh man, I done feel way back. Hold on. Damone Ryle says, K, who do you think wins that 100 men versus one gorilla matchup? Man, oddly enough, I had this conversation with one of my homies. He called because he was debating with his son. Um, his son thinks that the 100 men will win. He said the gorilla would win. I said that the 100 men could eventually subdue the gorilla, but the strength and power and force of the gorilla, some of them dudes gonna be messed up. But I did say they would subdue him at some point, you know. But y'all got it backwards. The real question should be, what would happen with 100 gorillas against me? No, I'm just, I'm just playing. But another aspect that was brought into the equation that I didn't think about and I should have thought about, they talked about the stamina of a gorilla not being that high. Gorilla, he would only be able to fight a few minutes. The gorilla would get tired after a while. Just like you ever seen two dudes fighting that can't really fight and they exert all their adrenaline and energy, swinging crazy, and then 30 seconds in they tired, you know. So they're saying the gorilla wouldn't really have a lot of stamina, but you know, and even before I knew that, I said that the 100 men was subduing, but about 17 of them dudes gonna get messed up. Them gorillas are strong. 5, 6, 700 pounds of pure muscle. I saw one thing they said a gorilla could pick up a refrigerator with one arm. So man, if he hits you, a gorilla could rip you in half. Yeah. Let me see. I'm catching up, y'all. I'm catching up. Open topic, man. Open topic. Cute Chloe is in the building. What's going on, Chloe Brown? What's going down, Chloe Brown? Everybody turning 38. So Jimmy just turned 38. Miss Lady Sample will be 38 next month. John is 37, so you coming up on 38. Man, what's up with 38? Wait a minute. Tony Williams just said I'll be 38 in October. What's going on with 38? Salute to everybody that's turning 38, already 38, about to be 38. Okay. Jason say I turned 50 this year, still feel like I'm 25. Yeah, age is just, we age ourselves. We determine what our real age is. Age is not the number of years you've been alive. That's just your number to determine how long you've physically been here. But aging, the process of aging, that's on you. So if you want to eat pork chops and chitlins and hog maws and crackling all the time and smoke and drink all the time and do all that wild stuff, hey, then you're going to age quicker. And the thing is, when you're younger, you don't feel the aging process because you're young, you're still living off, you're still surviving off actual youth. And I don't mean teenage and 20s. I mean, when you get up into your 30s, you're still living off of youth because you're still really young. Even though most people say, well, I'm 30, so I'm fit enough. No, you're still young. That's what I just got through saying. You know, you get to my age, you realize how young your 30s are. But you age from the inside out. You don't age from the outside. You age from the inside out. So the inside, that's what you put into your body. So whatever you put into your body, at some point, if it's detrimental, it starts to manifest itself on the outside. So people who smoke a lot of cigarettes, you start to see it come out in their face, eyes getting yellow, lips getting black, aging kicking in. You know, you drinking, smoking all the time, and eating bad and drinking, and you know, you age from the inside out because toxins, they got to manifest themselves. They're gonna manifest themselves. Yep. Big Tiny says, not to make a request, but could you or have you ever done a song about being sober? About me being sober, or just about the concept of the benefits of being sober? Which one? I probably mentioned my own sobriety in songs. Tony say 87 babies in here. 1987. 1987, you know what? That's what it is. 1987, that's like a special year for me. It's crazy. So yeah, if you was born in 1987, you are 38, about to be 38. 1987 was like a real significant year for me. So if y'all see this banner behind my head that says South Park Coalition on it, I started the South Park Coalition in 1987. That's the year we founded our rap clique that's still around today. So the South Park Coalition is 38 years old this year. I knew it was something about them 38s that was picking at me. I was like, what's up with the 38s? So the South Park Coalition is 38 years old this year. Okay. Now let me give y'all another one. I say 87. I told y'all 87 was a big year, right? Now watch this. Now y'all know I've been doing music a long time. The first record I ever released, this is the first record I ever released in my life. On vinyl. This is the original copy of the first record I ever released in my life on vinyl. It came out in 1987. 38 years ago, right? Dropped my first record in 87. South Park Coalition started in 87. So yeah, okay. 87, man. Let's do it. 38. Them 38s, man. Wow. One of my younger sisters was born in 1987. She'll be 38 this year. NorCal Global Entertainment. What's going on, man? I see ya. I see ya. Black Tastic say I was born in 68. Well, I can say this then, brother Black Tastic. If you was born in 1968, that means that I'm not the oldest person in the room. Chloe, you must have just got in here. Because we just answered the gorilla question. What I said was that I think that the 100 men would eventually subdue the gorilla, but a bunch of them dudes gonna get messed up in the process. A lot of them dudes gonna get, I said about 17 of them gonna be broke arms, 3 of them gonna be dead, one of them gonna have a gash in their torso, one of them gonna be squashed. It's gonna be some terrible stuff happening. Terrible stuff. Yeah. Vincent says, no hope in the Pope. Wow. Marty says, the Pope is a pimp. Miss Lady Sam, oh yes, who the Pope is doesn't affect me. I agree. Unless it's something I don't know. L, I appreciate the love. L, appreciate the donation. L is one of our regulars, man, always coming through, dropping them verses. Let me see what I said. Verbal crack, my services gave birth to that short circuit the satellites. They won't know where the earth is at. Okay, yeah, verbal crack. My services gave birth that short circuit the satellites. They won't know where the earth is at. I'm the first to practice reversible inertia acts. Disperse a few facts and I revert the inertia back. Woo, I had to catch on. I was reading aloud like y'all remember I said that, but I had to remember how I said it. Come on, man. That's why I rock with L, because, you know, it's certain verses when I go into the upper room, that's not for everybody. That's not for everybody. When I take the pen game to the penthouse, those type of bars ain't everybody's cup of tea, or it goes over the head. They don't really understand. They really ain't trying to hear that type of stuff. So anytime I come across a lyric head, a bar head like the homie L, I gotta salute. So I appreciate the love, man. Yeah, yeah. The gospel says the Pope is allegedly the father of the Vatican and Catholic Church. Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, I knew that part, but outside of that, what is his role? What does he do? What does he do? John says the Black Pope is Arturo Sosa, who is from Argentina. He is the Supreme General of Society of Jesus right now. People know them as the Jesuits. Okay. No, ATX Screwhead. You said, what's that vinyl you have first released Danger Zone? No. That vinyl I just had was my first record. It was a single that I had when I was in a group called Real Chill back in '87. This was almost 10 years before Danger Zone dropped. Yeah. Money Green. Money Green says, you must not live in Houston no more, huh? Money Green say, do they still have Timmy Chan on MLK? Yep. Sure do. Trying to tell you. J Dow Production says, what? Nip still tours. Is he as crazy as his raps in real life? Yeah, Nip still tours. Yep. And Nip is crazy in real life. Yeah, man. You got to find. See, this is what I tell people all the time. Anybody that rock with South Park Coalition, whether it be Nip, Blank, Cat, myself, whoever it is, if you lost track of us over the years, that's the beauty of the internet, where you can use that. So, okay, man, I wonder whatever happened to Gangsta Nip. I wonder, and all you got to do is bloop, do a search, and you'll see how active he still is. Probably more active now. You know, still working, still dropping albums, and still dropping top notch work. So all it takes is just a little searching, you know. We still doing shows and all that. So ain't nothing changed. Yeah, I know I'm behind in the comments because what I do, I go backwards to make sure I don't miss nothing. And then y'all will be done posted something in real time, and I'm still reading something that was posted 28 minutes ago. So yeah, that's just a habit that I got when I do my do these streams. I'll be trying to get better at it. Yeah. When's the new album dropping? Late June. Yeah. Phantom Face. Okay, Blacktastic. We got some assistance in there. Phantom Face says y'all hit the like button. That's right. If you haven't clicked that thumbs up, please do so now. Deeper elevation. What are the root causes of inequality and injustice? And how can we strive for a more equitable society? The root cause is rooted, those things are rooted in the mindset of white supremacy. Here in America, the white supremacist mindset, that the superiority and that the oppressive mindset that's been imposed on black people in America from slavery to the present is the answer to that question. You know, because everyone should be equal. You know, equality, when you think about justice and equality, those things should not be um, things that are selective. Oh, well, he's one of us, so we'll slap him on the wrist if he gets busted doing a crime. But if you even are speculated doing a crime, you're going to do a lot of time. So, and what can we do to strive for a more equitable society? We got to separate from this one. We'll never have equal justice under this law, under this system. And too many of us are delusional enough to think that we will. We think that we can love the hate out of hateful people, then you just can't do that. So if you were in an abusive relationship, the wise thing to do if you were in an abusive relationship is to leave, separate from that person. When people are not happy in their marriage no more, they either get separated or they get divorced. Only the foolish ones hang around and linger forever and ever and ever and endure more abuse, thinking that the abusive member of the relationship is one day just going to wake up and magically not want to be an abuser anymore. So we have to separate from this system. You know, a lot of black people don't like to hear that because we just love being in America. We just love Massa so much. Massa gave me a job. Yeah. Open topic, y'all. Let me try to catch up, man. Azazel said the gorilla would get winded somewhat quickly because they aren't designed. Yeah. And I saw that. I was like, yeah, okay, I forgot about the stamina part. Yeah. But while he getting winded, somebody's getting ended. Yeah, man. T10 said a gorilla in the zoo is a lot weaker than a gorilla in the wild. Yeah, I can believe that. Gorilla in the zoo is pampered. It's like the tigers and lions and stuff. Yeah. Wow, man. These 38s, man. This is the third. We gonna name this live the 38 special. And we ain't talking about no gun. All these 38s, man. The gospel says, Kay, did you hear Bun B's top 5 Houston artists? You were number 1 on that list. Some people argued because he didn't put zero. Yeah, it's hard when somebody asks you to do a top 5. I do interviews all the time. Even on these live streams, y'all ask me what's my top 5, and I always get stuck at 4. And it don't matter if you're asking me my top 5 all the time, my top 5 Houston. I saw Bun's list. I don't think he put them in order though. I think he just named me. He said my name first. I don't think he was saying that I was number 1. But it don't matter. I appreciate the love because Bun always shout me out and show me love. But yeah, Houston, but you can't pick another man's list for him. That's the first thing I gotta say. Zero would be on any. If they say top 5 Houston, I could never be asked about a top 5 Houston list and not put Zero's name there because of skill, talent, and impact, influence. See that all that factors in. But if you look at Bun's list, I can't argue with his list either. I mean, the list he gave, I was like, ooh, okay. Even if I wasn't on it, if he wouldn't even mention me, I'd be like, yeah, that's a strong list. I mean, you can't argue with it. Because the people he named not only are great rappers, but they are impactful rappers. They foundational pieces from the city. It's very important, you know. Things that if these people were not born, the city would be different. If Scarface and Willie D didn't exist, if they never existed, we don't know what the present state of Houston rap would be, because they were the ones who busted this thing open. You know, they were the ones who was blindfolded hitting the pinata, you know, until the candy fell out. Everybody else flooded in after them. They was the ones. See, this is the perspective that you have to look at when you think about what the Ghetto Boys did. They took arrows. They were shot with arrows and whipped with lashes. They were lashed with whips that people that came after them didn't have to endure. And I'm talking about a lot of mainstream guys who had mainstream success from Houston after the Ghetto Boy. See, they didn't go, none of those cats that came after the Ghetto Boy, they didn't go to Apollo and get booed because the East Coast wasn't rocking with the South. They didn't respect Southern rap at the time. The Ghetto Boys had to go through that. They had to go on the road and go on these different tours and basically kick down doors for respect. So by the time anybody came behind that, not just mainstream, even cats like me who are independent, been underground independent since day one, but I've been on the road. So when you get on the road, I used to do what's called retail runs on promotional tours, right? So you go on these promotional tours and you do a retail run. That means you go into all the record stores in those cities and in that region. So by the time you get to these stores, I'm doing this in 1993. But you get to these stores, you have more of a welcome from the store manager, from the people in the city. Why? Because once you say, Hey man, I'm K-Rino from Houston. We got to know. Oh, you from Houston? Oh, Ghetto Boys. All the time. That's what it was back then. So they had already set a table for us, and it was food on the plates when we got there. So if they don't come along, we don't know what this thing would have been like. Maybe somebody would have came along later and busted it open, but maybe not, because along with the quality of the music having to be there, there's also a makeup. You have to be built to endure the hardships that they had to endure while chasing their dream, and people trying to not throw stones, but throw boulders at it. So somebody else could have came along and had the talent, but they might not have been built to take the hits, the punishment, the arrows. So if you name a top 5 coming out of Houston, you got to say Face and Willie D. Got to say Ghetto Boys. You know, Bushwick as well, because even though Bill wasn't writing his songs, Willie D and Face was writing stuff for Bill, but Bill was a personality. You know, Bill was a piece of the group that was an attraction. You know, people wanted to see the little guy dancing around, rapping crazy. You know, he was a personality, he was a character. All that factored in and created that dynamic, the contrast of those 3 guys who were totally different guys. These guys are totally 3 different types of guys. So yeah. Miss Lady Sample said, I smoked like a chimney since I was too young. Don't recommend it. I hear I look younger than anyone else I grew up with, though. So just imagine how much younger you would look if you didn't smoke. Put that smoke down, Miss Lady Sample, because sometimes you crash. And what do I mean by that? It's like, you know, you coasted along, like, man, I'm smoking. I feel pretty good. But you don't know the accumulation and the effect of the accumulation that's going on, because we're not see-through vessels. We're not made out of glass. I can't look through you and say, oh man, your lungs are jacked up. So just imagine where you would be. G says, what do you think about weed? You know, I don't condone none of it. I don't rock with none of it. But what I'll say is, what I tell people who like to smoke weed to be careful with. See, who was the rapper that said yesterday's price is not today's price? Yesterday's weed is not today's weed. It's not the same natural cannabis that was being smoked back in the 60s and the 70s, even up into the 80s. You know, now they stepping on it with all kinds. It's so many different types of so-called weed. You know, so many different ways that they step on it and do different things to it and chemicalize it. And it's not the same. It has an effect on you, has an effect on your offspring, has an effect on your motivation, all these different things, you know, your mind. So at the end of the day, people will say, oh man, weed is from the earth. Yeah, it is if you're talking about that weed. But this stuff that y'all smoke now, nah. Nah, people, oh, well, we got dispensaries now. I'll be growing it ourselves, you know. Okay, well, just saying, most people don't know the source. Just like many of us don't know the source of our own food. A lot of people that smoke, they don't know. They just, as long as I can get some smoke from somewhere. I used to tell my homies all the time, you know, you pull up We pull up to the corner store, some cats smoking, they just pass. Man, you don't know what you smoking. You know, this dude just had it pass you. You finna be strung out on Primos tomorrow. They are lacing stuff with fentanyl. It don't take but one time for somebody to pass you something and you dead or messed up. Just X, 1987, 38. This is a 38 special show, y'all. This is the 38 special. Okay, yeah, on overdose, yeah, on the danger zone up. Yeah, I did. Like I knew I made some references to it, you know. Yeah. Phantom face final. Whose mind did I alter? Mike says I smoke like 2 joints a week. If I'm not gonna quit, I better go back to growing my own. Yeah, man. See, if you really want to get a real education about weed smoking, go listen to Dr. Wesley Muhammad. A lot of weed smokers don't like to hear Dr. Wesley because he breaks down the foundation, but he's educating you on the weaponization of marijuana in today's world. So when you say growing your own, that's you saying I can't really trust what's out there, you know, but because they actually are feminizing men through the weed and masculating women. Is that right? Masculating? I'm telling you, man. See, our biggest problem, we don't understand how big of a mad scientist these cats are who run this world. And we think that everything, oh man, man, y'all ain't fathoming the depths of Satan. They take everything that we love and they turn it around and use it as a tool against us. Oh, they love that? Let's put something on it and kill them with it. Evan Reckon Marsh, what's going on? Evan Marsh, do this, man. This is my email address. Send me an email. Serious inquiry only, man. Did you ask me that at another time about a feature? But that's my email. If you're serious about working, hit me up and we'll make it happen. Jade, what do you think about AI music? As a songwriter, I love it. A lot of artists are embracing AI in their music. Now, what do you mean when you say AI music? You mean the production, like the actual music, the actual instrumentation, the instrumental, or do you mean how you're able to feed lyrics into the AI program and say, hey, send this back to me as reggae, and it comes back like that? Is that what you mean? Because a lot of people love it because of that. It's like, man, I ain't gotta pay no reggae man to do this hook. I can write the words, put it in the program, and it comes back and do this. So I mean, now for me, it will make me feel like I'm cheating. I'm still under the old law where I like to create my own, do my own, record my own, get somebody to come in. If I need a singer or somebody to come, I get somebody to actually a living person to do it. I would feel like I'm cheating. I can't do it. But I don't knock nobody that do. Yeah. Man, I'm trying to catch up. I'm trying to get back, trying to get up to date. All right, let me just go on and get up to date. Let me get on up to date. What up, Mike? Michael says the cannabis oil and hemp oil is the benefits of the weed buds. Hey, man, I don't know. I know a lot of weed smokers. They gonna science it out to try to hold on to it. Hold on to it because you like to get high. Hey, you ain't tripping on no benefits. That's all it is. Let's keep it real. Mac Ramian, K, Twin, Terry, and Gary out of South Acres told me to tell you what's up. Man, tell them I said what's up, man. Much love. South Acres, man. SA. I could never do a reggae album, man. That ain't my. I done did some reggae hooks, whatever, whatever. I got some reggae hooks. I could bring out my reggae side now. I plan on bringing it back out a little bit on this album, but yeah. Now, see, Jimmy, you make a good point. Like, what happened to the DOC, right? I would have no problem if DOC wrote some lyrics and got AI and used AI to bring his voice back to life because he lost his voice in a car accident. So if he could bring his voice back to life through an AI program, I wouldn't have no problem with that. Sounding like him, and it's his lyrics. I didn't know Benny. I didn't know Benny lost his voice. Yeah. Soundwave One said the crazy thing is all the illegal street drugs at one point, those drugs were meant to be used for health reasons. Really? What do you mean? I'm not saying you're wrong. I need an explanation. Like heroin was used for health reasons? How did it work? Yeah, it says, okay, you mean how you're able to feed lyrics into the system. I mean, like I say, you still have to write the lyrics, so okay. But I don't knock nobody who do it. I really don't. It's just not for me. It's not for me. Blacktastic, what do you think about telepathic abilities? I believe in that. I believe in that. I believe that's one of our lost senses. We talk about five senses. I believe now we have more than five senses. And telepathy is one that I believe is one of them. Yeah. Snoop said he stopped smoking because of what? Snoop stopped smoking? Really? Truth Fee says they lied about where we live as well. Hmm. Vincent said, I've smoked weed since I was in sixth grade. I'm not addicted. That sounds like Richard Pryor. They said, Richard Pryor, you hooked on cocaine. He said, man, I've been snorting cocaine for 15 years. I'm not hooked. Open topic, man. Open topic. Y'all coming with some good stuff tonight, man. I appreciate that on this late night. Jimmy said, I stopped liking weed. It just made me feel chemically imbalanced, lazy, and lethargic. And that's one of the things that people don't mention. I see a lot of people that smoke, they don't have no drive. They don't want to do nothing. Don't do nothing no more. Don't do nothing. And they don't perceive it. They don't perceive themselves becoming like super, super lazy. But I don't know the scientific connection to that. I'm not gonna act like I do, but I'm just telling you what I've seen over the years. Yeah. There go my homie Kevin Robinson Jr. See, the thing about Kevin is, y'all, is that he gonna watch the Underground Dialogue podcast. We could have uh, Michael Jackson on there. Like, how'd y'all get Michael Jackson on there? Somehow we get Michael Jackson on the podcast. Everybody gonna watch it. But the next week, we may have Lil Juju that none of y'all know who ever heard of. I just brought the Lil Juju on. And y'all not gonna watch it. But Kevin watches the episodes to be informed on people that he may not know. Like Mr. Shorts, the homie from Austin, that's the latest episode of Underground Dialogue podcast. Watch the episode. Learn something about a new artist that you don't know. Discover some new music. So shout out to all my real supporters and viewers of the Underground Dialogue podcast. And we are very, we're consistent. We come on every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Central Time. We're on the air, man. So my thing is, y'all become regular viewers. Oh, he ain't got nobody we know on there this week. I ain't gonna watch it. Come on now. And don't get me wrong, I ain't judging nobody for nothing they do. I ain't judging nobody that smoke, because we all got our vices. We all got our wrongs. We all have fallen short. So, but one hand wash the other one. Open topic, y'all. Can we get to 100 likes? Who has not hit the like button yet? I didn't think we had a chance. We like it picked up a little bit. If you haven't clicked that thumbs up, click it for your big brother right now. Right now. Fambo Podcast. I talked to Big Lurch yesterday. Him and my cousin. Hey, okay, that's what's up. Appreciate your Memphis mix. You in Austin, right? Memphis mix. You know Mr. Shorts. You know Mr. Mina. We've had a couple of Austin guests on in the last few weeks. A couple of Austin artists, I mean. What's up, Quad? Appreciate the love, Quad. If anybody wants to be on the contact list for new album, new music shows, let me know. If you're in the Detroit area, you live in Detroit or surrounding areas, come see me next month. I'll be performing live in Detroit at the Fillmore along with Rakim, Dougie Fresh, KDZ Tone, all in celebration of the release of the new movie that's getting ready to drop called Return of the Mac. Shout out to Grand Rising Productions for including me. But I will be in the great city of Detroit, Michigan next month. Yeah. Deeper Elevation said, if you could sit down with your 13-year-old self, what would you tell him? Man, it would be so much. It wouldn't be one thing. I think I made songs like that. I got a couple songs like that. See, go get the South Park Coalition album. The South Park Coalition album called The Ties That Bind Us. We have a song called A Letter to Me, where the current us is writing a letter to our younger self. And that kind of touches on what you're talking about. Listen to my verse. That'll give you the answer to that. The album is called The Ties That Bind Us. Yeah. Okay, let's get some more likes, man. I need about 16 likes to get to 100, y'all. Shout out to everybody just coming in. If you're just coming in, hit the like button. This is open topic. That means when y'all are in here on open topic night, y'all can ask me whatever questions y'all want to ask me. And I'll answer it if I know. If I don't know the answer, I'll say I don't know the answer. Yeah. Oh, Mike, you already know. Come on, Mike. You know, I'm gonna call you. John Nicka, what's going on? Tiger with AK-47. What's going on? ATX Screwhead, can you talk about some of your high school rap battles? I hear so many stories of how you were going school to school. Well, if you really want to know, you got to read this book. I talk about all that in my book, man. Life lessons and lyrics. We'll be getting the site back up real soon so y'all can see. Y'all can order again, I mean. Life lessons and lyrics, man. I got a whole list section where I talk about rap battles throughout this book. I talk about rap battles throughout this book. Yeah. Paul Malanga says Cypress Hill championed weed in a time when no one was rapping about it and it was still frowned upon. But also, I feel like back then, the weed wasn't stepped on like it is now. Aaron Casanova, what's up, my homie? San Antonio is in the building, man. It's one of my soldiers right here, man. The homie Aaron. Time I go to San Antonio, if it ain't nobody there, Aaron gonna be there. Salute to you, my brother. I appreciate you for years, man. Make sure you know that. Yeah, I'm not saying that couldn't be any benefits or health benefits of like you say the cannabis oil and the hemp oil might if used the proper way. But let's be real, because we can point out incidents where those things have been used in aiding somebody with a condition. I think somebody got glaucoma or some stuff. We can point out that, but the rest of these Negroes is weed heads. like I said, it's just getting high. Ain't nothing wrong with your back ain't hurting. You ain't got rheumatism. A lot of people just getting high constantly. That's what they doing. And they're doing it to get high. It's not, and like I say, it's making them lazy, complacent. So I can acknowledge if there is some benefits to it. Okay, I'm sure that could be in its right form, but again, a lot of what's out there today, the majority of what's out there today is chemicalized. It's not natural. It's not the same. It's not even weed. Have you seen the trailer to Him? What is Him? That's a new movie. Michael said, "Did you do the podcast of the flat Earth versus globe Earth?" No, I can't find nobody to do the globe Earth side. I'm struggling. We just talking about that tonight. I heard about inner Earth, but I'm like, I ain't trying to go into that part of it. They coming up with a new one. It was another one too. They got a new one out. It's flat Earth, and there's another one called. They just making up all kind of stuff, man. Ernie G said the weed would make you rap harder because you are so tuned into it. The weed now doesn't do that. The weed back then have you into everything focused. Yeah, see, a weed smoker would know. I used to see my homeboys file some weed and say, man, I gotta open up my mind so I can write. I don't need that to open up my mind. You know, I don't need it. I'm good. Already, I see you, man. Wow. We need 10 more likes. Magically, we about to close in on 100 likes, y'all. We get to 100 likes, I can get out y'all way. Got a long day tomorrow. Yeah. Thank you, Paul. I appreciate that. And weed don't necessarily open these cats up mind. Some of these cats smoke a lot of weed and they still whack. They need to stop. We working on Denver right now, deeper elevation. We working on July. Most likely it'll be July when we come to Denver. We got a spot and a date we trying to lock down. So yeah, I'm gonna let you know. Alberto King says when you rap about certain topics that are historical, political, and what have you, do you have to do extensive research? I have to do research sometimes. Sometimes I have to do extensive research because sometimes if it's a topic that catches my interest, I might not necessarily be versed in it. I may not have a good understanding of it, but it's just something that interested me. And I said, man, that'd be cool to rap about. So then I have to immerse myself in it to learn about it, because I don't want to misrepresent it. I don't want to say the wrong thing or the wrong way. And it's like, nah, that ain't right. So yeah, so sometimes I will do a lot of research on certain things. And then with historical stuff as well, like you want to make sure you got it right. So you got to check again. So that's a great question. Yeah. Hmm. ATX Screwhead said, when you said, can you create something tight without having to smoke? Oh, you can't? Case closed. Yeah. Yeah. Mike Cherry says weed is a joke. Only the Most High can elevate us. We don't have that kind of belief no more. We think that we can figure out all. It's funny how so many people walk around through life acting like they just know everything about everything. They got it all figured out, but their own life is just jacked all the way up. So clearly we don't know everything. We are an authority on every subject, but we jacked up. So yeah, we don't have that. We gave up on God. We didn't gave up on God because we might have prayed one time and then it didn't happen for us. So oh man, I don't do that God stuff no more. You know, I'll figure it out myself. That's a foolish man, foolish woman. What is quota key in Cassette Coast? Houston represent. What is that? What is that? He said, what you think about quota key in Cassette Coast? What is that? Hmm. Wow. Aaron said, first video I ever seen you in was Zero bragging about you because you had a whole rap written up and wrote had a That's my homie, man. Yeah, man. We need 6 more likes, y'all. Can we do it? Can we get 6 more likes? Yeah, I got to get somebody here locally though, John. I don't know Zachary K. Hubbard. I got to get somebody in the city that I can call on. Michael say beyond the ice wall. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Yesterday's weed is not today's weed. Y'all messing y'all babies up with that stuff, man. Which one of y'all took a like away? I saw 94 likes. Now I see 93. Tiger with AK-47 says, you should believe someone here to change things. We in end times. God has a trick up his sleeve. You will see, trust me, as you said. Okay. Yeah, I agree with you. We can't give up on God, man. We can't do it. Appreciate you, Mike. We need 6 more likes, man. And I can get out y'all's way. Insanity's Vanity, Kite 78. Any thoughts on the new Kanye West song? I haven't heard it. I don't listen to a lot of rap, man. I really don't. It's crazy as it sounds. What are your thoughts on it? What do you think about the new Kanye song? Xavier says, do you watch any UFC or soccer? No soccer. I don't watch soccer at all. Soccer and hockey, not gonna ever be on my TV. UFC, yeah, sometime. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Welcome to the circus. Just Another Human says, spit a verse or welcome to the circus. I can't remember the words. Welcome to the circus where no male rapper shirt fits. These dudes' shirts don't even fit. Kanye said he's suing his dentist for getting him addicted to nitrogen or whatever. That's highly possible, man. See, when you a big name like that, man, big personality, you out there like, if they gotta be scary, man, to just have to go do stuff like go to the dentist or to the doctor or something, because you just don't know what they might try to do. And he's outspoken. So as far-fetched as that might sound to people, because Kanye had this image now, some people, he's polarizing. Some people love him, some people think he's crazy and whatever, and don't like him. But the reality is, it could very well be possible. These folks will take you out, man. Appreciate that 100 like. We did it. Didn't think it was gonna happen when we started out. Yeah. Miss Lady Sample, you liked it? Okay. Dead TV says, who in Houston can run in a train on the same track as you? What you mean? Clarissa says, I wish I could collab with Mad Lib of the Liquid Crew. Would love to hear you over his beats. Okay, shout out. It's all love. Michelle, what's up? Michelle Woods, eternally blissed. What's going on, Michelle? Another one of the soldiers. Man. Okay, I'm catching up. Open topic, man. What y'all got? You said a song got banned. What was he talking about? Who was he talking about? If it got banned, it ain't a what, it was a who. I mean, who do you think can hang on a track? There's a lot of people can hang with a track on me. I've been on a lot of songs where it was a bunch of people. My verse wasn't the best verse on them. So yeah, there's a lot of people that can spit. God didn't just bless one person with lyrical skills. It's an any given day. Like you put 10 of the top rappers on one same song, it could go either way. You catch somebody on the right day, right song, right verse, right pocket. Yeah. Trying to tell you. Yeah. Insanity's vanity say not far fetched. MJ was like that at the end. Yeah, I mean, man, you don't know what they would do, man. These folks will poison you. They will get you addicted to some kind of drug. You know, went like you say, they went to the dentist, and all of a sudden they done put you on something, man, and messed you up, man. Yeah. No, I haven't seen it yet, Gospel. Raise your hand if you are subscribed to the Underground Dialogue podcast. If you are. If you are subscribed to our podcast, the Underground Dialogue podcast, give me some kind of nod or acknowledgement. Appreciate you, Black Tastic. You are appreciated too, brother. Okay. He got 3 so far. Okay. Carissa said they try to make us think MJ was crazy. That's right. That's what they do. It's a familiar playbook. When you come out exposing them, they're gonna call you a lie and say something wrong with you. Then if they can get to you, they're gonna make something be wrong with you to justify it. Man, y'all don't know, y'all don't understand, man. Okay, well, we didn't get a lot of hands up. So I'll say this. If you're not subscribed to the Underground Dialogue podcast, please go subscribe tonight. Yeah. And watch the episodes. Cut on your notifications and watch the episodes, man. It'd be so much. I'll be sad that y'all be missing out on all the game that these people be dropping on our show. Y'all be missing some good game, man. You don't have to know the person to listen. Xavier says, and Legends 34. That's our sports podcast for all the sports here. Now we Houston strong. Now we some homers. That's what I'm saying, John. It's the we talk about everything, man. You gotta go watch. You gotta watch. We talk about whatever comes up. You gotta watch, man. Yeah. Miss Lady Sample says, I wish it wasn't a huge bridge over big water to get to Detroit. What do you mean? I'm not from out that way, so I don't know what you mean. Hallie B, yeah, just start at the beginning and catch up. It's all good. We're glad you're here when you're here. Yeah. Have you heard about Klaus Schwab stepping down from the World Economic Forum? Nah, I didn't hear about that. MJ was going to get 20% of whatever artist Sony Records produced, and he wanted his masters, and they were, yeah. That's another thing they don't like. They don't like when black folks get wise. Right, Vincent. When you click notifications, click all notifications. Fambo, I can tolerate you tonight, Fambo. You know why? Because y'all are done. Steph is gone. And that what really ran me high. You gonna wait till y'all beat the Rockets, then get hurt. Because I'd have took a victory with Steph out. I wouldn't have felt bad when they say, oh, y'all just won because Steph was hurt. I mean, so we won. The second the Rockets series over, he gets hurt. Y'all ain't gonna beat Minnesota without Steph. Not gonna happen. All right, y'all. Drop y'all locations. Let me shout y'all out. Once again, I'll be in Detroit June 19th, man. Yeah. Okay, let me shout y'all out. Man, y'all are delusional. Dead TV said Golden State going all the way. No, bro. Look at y'all roster. It's no way. It's impossible. And now Steph is hurt. They're gonna reevaluate him after a week. It's impossible. Now I know y'all have won 4 championships in the last few years, and y'all had strong teams. Look at this. That's not a championship roster, bro. It's just not. It's just not. Y'all not gonna get past Minnesota. This is y'all last round this season. It's not gonna happen. And let's just say y'all got past Minnesota. They're not better than OKC, and they're not better than Denver. And let's just say they made it to the championship. They're not better than Boston or Cleveland. It's no way, man. I know sometimes when a team wins from time to wins a lot, it feels like every year you're gonna win it. But the reality, come on, man, y'all gotta be realistic, man. It's no way that roster wins the championship. You're not gonna win no championship with your starting lineup with Pajinski, Quentin Post. It's not gonna get it, man. It's a different day. KD is not there no more. Clay is gone. It's over. I like Jimmy Butler, but that championship stuff is over. You gotta understand, y'all barely making the playoffs these days. If the Warriors didn't catch the Rockets in the first round and it flipped around and they'd caught OKC, they'd already be at home. They just caught the right team. They caught my young team that wasn't ready yet. They barely got in. They was a 7 seed. No way they win the championship. No way. Okay, what we got, man? Jaws in the 313. Jordan King is in Bessemer, Alabama. I don't know who to pick in the West, Aaron. I don't know. Because Denver surprising me, man. It's hard to say. I'm still roll with OKC. I'm gonna still say that OKC is gonna come out the West. Memphis Mix is in Austin. John is in Donna, Texas. God's Dummy in Lufkin. Shout out to God's Dummy, man. Think we got everything straight now. JD, where you been, man? Fort Worth, Texas, tuned in. Dead TV is in Fresno, California. ATX Screwhead, also representing Hard Night. L is Dwarf Planet series. Yeah. Is Sirius a dwarf planet or a moon? I thought Sirius was a moon. I'm gonna look that up. Phantom Face is in the 614, aka Columbus. Vincent is in Hawaii. Shalom. Aaron is in San Antonio. Clarissa's in Crosbyton, Texas. Man, I never heard of that. Alberto, 3rd Ward. Fambo, I'm from Oakland, California, but live in Abilene. That's what's up. The homie Michael is in Beaumont. Yes, sir. Miss Lady Sample, Lake Superior. Man. Xavier, Salt Lake City, and now the Austin representing hard tonight. We got a bunch of Austin folks in the building, man. Yeah, it is. It is our second home. You ain't lying about that. Insanity's Vanity, San Antonio. San Antonio repping hard. Yeah, Jordan King. On 2K, you could probably make a win championship on 2K. The Golden State Warriors will not be in the championship this year, much less winning it. We the only team can't beat the Warriors. Everybody else beats them except the Rockets. Jimmy's in Addison, Alabama. Look, you said another chip, don't be mad. I wouldn't be mad. I'll be shocked. That means everybody in the West finna get hurt. Ant-Man finna get hurt. Shea Gilgis, the Joker. They're gonna have to pull up G League players. Y'all got a zoo in Abilene? Yeah, the Celtics done dug a hole for themselves, man. I couldn't believe that. Had two 20-point leads. They better do what Cleveland did tonight. The Celtics love getting these. They went down 3-0 one year to Miami. They love doing that. It's crazy. That's right, June 19th, JK. I understand when you're used to winning, you always think you're gonna win, even when you don't have a chance. It kind of makes you delusional because you think, oh yeah, we're gonna win it. We're gonna. No, it's not the same team, bro. All good things come to an end. Even dynasties, they end. It's over. I'm gonna make. I'm gonna post the. I'm gonna post the promo right after we get off this live, Miss Lady Sample, so you'll see everything. We got a ticket master link and everything. Or I can send a link. Anybody want the link to the show in Detroit? Hit up my email. I want to see some of my people there, man. You know, I know it's gonna be a nice show. I need some K-Rino people there though. No, he's saying Ceres, Ceres. I thought that was a moon. Now it could be a dwarf planet because you got all these different planets and exoplanets and all that. And I could be wrong, you know. I never saw the Truman Show. King David is in Denver, Colorado. Kevin Robinson Jr. in Louisville, Kentucky. King David says Houston is my second home. James McKenzie said selfless body and ball movement. Offensive play style has remained the same for decades, and the defense as a unit solid. They have a top defense, but they're not going to win the championship this year, bro. I'm sorry, man. And later on, when they get eliminated, we'll revisit this. Trust me, I'm not going to forget. To me, they don't have enough firepower. They just don't. Against us, somebody always stepped up. Like that last game, Buddy Hield, his bootleg self, he went off. Carissa says, I'm rooting for the Seattle Supersonics. Not me. That was my most hated team before Seattle was no longer a team in the league and the Warriors came along. Knicks gonna take it all the way. The Knicks, they looking good so far, but and they can. The Knicks match up with everybody. The Knicks could come out of the East, especially if they get past Boston. They'll only have to worry about the win of Cleveland and Indiana. Man. You know, I mean, the Knicks could come out the East. They blow that 2-0 lead, bro. That'll be tough. But I don't know all the way. I don't know. But you never know. You never know, man. Cass Blast Camp says bumping that 3 weeks later, man. Salute to you. I appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel, Cass Blast and James McKenzie and all of y'all, man. Y'all subscribe. Don't be a stranger. Let me see y'all more. No. You got Indiana coming out the East? Oh no. King David, what happened to the Rockets, man? I knew the Rockets were gonna beat we never beat the Warriors, so I knew they was gonna lose, but it don't make it hurt any less. I'm coming to ATX You know, some always bring me back to Austin, man. Robert Boydson, what's going on? Robert says, so my new girl and I were talking. I said, we got to agree to never put hands on each other. She said, just don't lead me there and I won't. Ooh, I should leave that, huh? Ooh. How long y'all been together, Robert? Not that it matters, I'm just curious. How long have y'all been together, Robert? Because I'm going to say this. Oh, you got money on it, Fambo. Now, one of you hoping, you ain't expecting, you hoping. You about to lose some money, though, bro. Because this is what I'm going to say. If the shoe was on the other foot, right? And if y'all had that same conversation, if you and your girl had that same conversation, and you said, and she said, we got to agree to never put hands on each other. Now, this is your girl saying that. And if your reply was, just don't lead me there and I won't. If you was the one that said that, it'll be like the worst thing ever in the history of mankind. And she would be gone and, oh, heck no. She'd probably call the police just by you saying that. So the point is, if a person gives you just the slightest thought that they might put their hands on you, that's a dangerous situation. But like I said, I'm still curious to know. You said a couple of months. Oh no, you got to go. It's over. It's over. No. Flee. End it. You don't even know her like that. So she's telling you that now, and y'all been together. See, because sometimes y'all been together a year, 2 years, something like that, and y'all just having a conversation. You know her well enough. Well, I've been together. I've been with her 2 years. We ain't went that way. We done had a lot of arguments. If you've been with this woman 2 months and that's her reply, she tells you don't lead her that way and it won't happen, bro, leave. End it. End it. Now, if you choose to stay, that's on you because you don't know what will lead her there. You may think that it got to be some big knockdown, drag out argument. She got to catch you messing around. It got to be something. You don't know. It could be the slightest thing. You could leave a cup on the table. That might be what sets her off. You know, you may say, "Baby, I'll be home at 9," and you get there at 9:15. You got held up. You ran into a homeboy and y'all was talking at the store, and and she might flip out. Bro, in 2 months, bro. First of all, please don't tell me you in love after 2 months. That's number one. So that's a reason why you definitely go. There's nothing invested in 2 months. Leave. See, anybody who even entertains the possibility of them inflicting bodily harm on you, leave. Head for the hills. Do not pass go. I mean, yeah, you can pass go, but go. She is telling you, she's giving you the hint. She is throwing you the alley-oop. Don't lead me. Don't do nothing to lead me that way.